Hey y'all.
Hey Gallivanters.
Today we wanted to talk to you a little bit about what to look for and how to choose a hotel. And gosh, in the past 5-6 years, we average over 75 nights a year in a hotel. So we've done a lot of research on this.
We have done a lot of research and we know what we want.
Yep. And I think that's important. I think, the first thing is who's going to be sharing this room or staying in this room with you. If it's just you, or is it family? Is it, I don't know, a girlfriend's trip?
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's kind of on the same page in terms of what's important.
Right.
Because something that's not important to you may be very important to them, or vice versa. For us, we have a lot of equipment that needs to be charged at night. So making sure we have enough outlets is super important.
Yep. Obviously, along with that, making sure, what's the internet like? You know, what kind of internet do they have?
Yep, that's definitely one of the things we look for. We also look at parking. Depending on, obviously domestically, that's typically not an issue.
Yeah.
But internationally, that can be a big issue. So if you have a car and you're traveling internationally, make sure you understand what the parking situation is. If they do have parking, how much it is, or here's the one that we've seen a lot. They'll say parking available, but when you get there, it's available. It's 5 blocks down the street and $25 a night, and you can't even unload your baggage in front of the hotel.
Right.
We've had that issue.
Yes.
So that's important. Another amenity that's important to us.
Yes. Very important to us,
Yes.
especially first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Now, some of you aren't coffee drinkers, so tea.
Yeah.
Just see what kind of access you have to coffee, tea, water. Most hotels we've been in offer free coffee or tea or water.
Yeah, and usually they'll have at least a small coffee pot in the room, and then more, downstairs. But make sure. Some don't have coffee pots. I know a lot of our rooms in Vegas have never had coffee pots.
Right, but we know why.
Yeah. They want you downstairs. They want you to
get
casino.
up and get going.
That's right. But making sure you have that is a big one for us, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess along with that, a fridge. So if you want to store drinks or food or snacks or whatever, is there a fridge available, or even a microwave? If you're going to be there a few nights, maybe go out to eat and have some leftovers. We've certainly used microwaves before.
Yep. And I think another one is, what kind of food do they have available? Speaking of that, most hotels have a free breakfast
Of some kind.
Yeah. But there are some that don't, and you have to pay extra for that, which usually isn't a whole lot. But if that's important to you, to go ahead and get a good breakfast in before you start your day, obviously get your coffee, then, double check and make sure that they have that for you too.
Yes. As well as heating and air. And we definitely experienced that in Europe.
Yes.
Where we didn't have air, and, it was a heat wave, and gosh. We did, luckily for us, the hotel we were staying at that time did give us a couple of fans, and that sort of did the job. But, if it's important to you to have air or heat, make sure you understand what facilities are available.
Right. And then I think another big one for me is laundry facilities, especially when we're on a long trip.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like our 6-week trip, our 8-week trips, whatever it is. And even domestically, even if we're going for, 4 or 5 nights, I still want to know if they have a washer and dryer, because you never know. And I know with this one right here, she can be a little messy, so it's nice to just know it's there if you need it.
Yep.
Some may charge, some don't.
Yep.
It just depends, but that's definitely something we like to check into.
Yeah, absolutely. And along those same lines about clothes is closet space.
Yep.
So if it's important to you to be able to hang everything up and put everything away like it is for me, then, what kind of closet space do you have? I know plenty of people are fine living out of bags. I For a one night, I can do
one
it.
night.
But if it's longer than one night, my stuff's coming out. So making sure we have somewhere to put all that's very important to us.
Yes. Another important piece, and well, I think all of these are important,
Yes.
but another one I think people like to know is, the bed size, especially in the European countries.
Yes.
They say that it's a double, or it's a king. Well, it could be a king with 2 twin beds pushed together.
Right.
The comfort of those beds, how big they are. And the other piece is pillows.
Mm-hmm.
How comfortable are the pillows? Because
Absolutely.
I know that's a big thing for us, and I know it's hard to do all this, and you kind of just have to read the reviews.
Yeah.
But it's still worth checking in if that's important to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd say the final thing is, a view. Does it have, if you care about that,
Yep.
if that matters to you, does it have a view? Are you looking at the back of another building? As well as, what kind of light that brings in.
Right.
So if you really like having natural light, you're going to want to make sure you've got that. Or if you like it being completely dark, you're probably not going to care what the view's like and don't want all the natural light. So, depending on where your priorities lay, just make sure that you, know those details as you're looking for a room.
Right.
And then I think also, it's really important to read the reviews.
Yes.
I mean, now I will say this about reviews. When I'm looking at reviews, I typically look for I do a couple of things. First of all, I kind of throw out the really super high, super glowing ones and then the super bad ones and look at just sort of that average in the middle. And then I look for patterns. So if there's a consistent complaint about cleanliness,
Right.
that's not somewhere we're going to stay.
No.
Or if there's a consistent complaint about no water pressure.
Yeah.
Or
Noise.
maybe it's next door to a bar that goes till, 4 a.m. every, whatever. Yeah. So looking for those consistencies. If there's just a one-off that may mention something about water pressure or a bed, but you don't see that in a lot of other reviews, I kind of toss that out. But it's important to look at just anything you see a pattern of.
Yeah.
Right. Look at the photos, and also, we talked about outlets earlier, like making sure there's enough outlets. You may see something in reviews or certainly be able to see it in the photos, hopefully.
Another big one is the bathroom.
Yeah.
When you look at photos, if they have photos of the rooms, now we know that sometimes they up their photos just to put them on their website, but there are sometimes people will post their own photos.
Mm-hmm.
So look for photos anywhere on the website and just see how clean the bathroom is.
Yeah, like TripAdvisor has a lot of those.
Yeah. Does it have just a tub, or does it have a tub and shower, or does it have just a shower? It's just look at the photos and just kind of pinpoint those little things that you want to look for and that are, that are a need to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Another important thing is to check the Bed Bug Registry. And it is bedbugregistry.com. Make sure it's not listed because bed bugs can be anywhere and everywhere, unfortunately. So just check that before you book something because that's important. We, knock on wood, have never had that issue, but we certainly know people who had. So make sure you check that.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we'll put that in the links below.
Yep.
Just so you'll have it.
Yep. And I'd say the final thing then is just in general location. If you are, obviously, if you're on a business trip and you're traveling for work, you want to be relatively close to wherever you need to be for that. But if you're on a vacation, are you going to be in an area that has a lot of restaurants, that has some of the sites you want to see? The last thing you want to do is plan this big trip and be 30 minutes away from everything you want to do and see.
Right.
That just doesn't, that just takes so much of your time.
Yeah. Or the hotel doesn't offer breakfast or coffee first thing in the morning.
And then you got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true. Having a coffee shop nearby comes in very handy too. Yeah. So, those are kind of our top tips for just what to look for and how to choose a hotel. we hope it helps. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, leave us a comment below and let us know what you looked for when you book a hotel, or what we may have missed. And if you find this video helpful and think you may know anybody that would, like it, share this video, please. It really helps us out a lot, and we'd love that help from you guys if we could get it.
Exactly. And make sure you hit that subscribe button.
That's right.
It's free.
Yep. And don't forget to ring the bell.
Dingy dong.
So you'll be the first to know when we release new content. And until next time, guys, just remember,
live your best life.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.